All right. We are live. Welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and I am your dungeon master for tonight. I have a wonderful group here. This is the Icewind Dale crew. We're going to go around and introduce everyone in just a moment, but I do have a couple of announcements today. So, first announcement, and this is a good one. Last week, this channel reached over 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Hey!
Hooray.
Yeah.
Leave a comment below if you were subscriber 100.
And that was actually
Or at all.
that I know who subscriber 100 was because he told me. It was Ed Miller. Good old
No,
Ed.
Ed Miller.
Yeah.
Hello,
Battle
Ed.
for Salvation Ed. He told me he was waiting to be 100. So
Hell
he
yeah.
got it. And now we are actually at about 111 at this point. So things have been doing well. Yeah.
One.
So because of that, I have decided to celebrate 100 subscribers for my channel that I'm going to give away a copy of, can you see it here? There it is. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Brand new, hot off the press.
What?
Yeah. Now you're upset that you bought one, CJ.
Well, I need a hard copy still.
Yeah,
So
You
I
still
would
can
like
win
to
it.
say I am a subscriber to Tabletop Bob.
I
didn't think I was eligible.
So yeah, so brand new copy, and that's going to go to a lucky subscriber. So there's a couple things ways you can win it. So you have to be a subscriber, but something that YouTube cannot get over here is if you keep your subscriptions private, I won't know that you're a subscriber. So that's a problem. So this Saturday, we have a special holiday edition one-shot that is part of the horror campaign, My Supernatural 20 crew. They're going to be running through a very special game where I'm going to give that away at the end. So if you want, you can subscribe and then comment below in YouTube, and I will
use
draw a
the
winner at
password.
the end. What's
use
that?
the password that we'll say at the end of the episode, so you stick it through to the end to
There you
find
go.
out what the password is.
You got to put the password in. So on Saturday we'll be giving that away at the end of the stream. So that's exciting. Very exciting. And something that you might be interested in, everyone here. The Supernatural 20 crew, they're traveling to Icewind Dale for their holiday one-shot. Who knows what implications this will have in our campaign and theirs. So it'll be a real interesting crossover here. It's like when the CW did the Arrow and the Flash crossover. Maybe maybe one of your characters will be an NPC they meet. Who knows?
I think it's going to be a little bit bigger than that. It might be more like Infinity War, and we're the Avengers.
Is that a movie? Infinity War? Is that popular?
It's a little indie movie that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It might be like WWE, WCW back in the day.
Oh.
Because everyone knows what I'm talking about.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's like when the Wolfman met Frankenstein.
Like when Godzilla met King Kong.
Who
That
are
hasn't
these
happened.
people?
Oh, it has happened. There is an old version on VHS.
It's like Alien vs. Predator.
Except good. Except this is going to be a good one shot. Okay. So more on that on social media. We'll be kind of promoting that throughout the week. And this Saturday, the 12th, December 12th, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, catch us. We're going to be playing a one shot called "And When the Dogs Start Barking." So exciting news. Now, let's jump into Icewind Dale. Just a quick recap. We have a new player in our group. Or sorry, not new player. A new character in our group. We have Andrew, who's playing Elias Dawnstrider. And Elias joined the group last week because he had a quest. A man named Acretus knows how to stop the everlasting winter. Except he's at a cabin north of... Yeah, no, he knows. North of Lonelywood. So you're on your way there to this cabin but you had to stop over for the night in Termalaine. That's where you decided to go. And Termalaine's a beautiful town, wonderful town, except they have a problem. Kobolds have taken over their mine. And the speaker of the town is in kind of some hot water. Oris Mastu is a half-orc speaker of the town, and people don't trust him anymore. They don't think he can get the job done. So he's hired you to clear out the mine, and you've accepted. And that's where we are right now. Actually, and just going around real quick, introduce your characters. Joey.
I am Rogal, a white dragonborn from faraway lands, and I find myself here with
Okay.
The
You are a
three
paladin,
musketeers.
correct?
Yes.
Yes, you are a paladin. Good. CJ.
Edmund Brycean, friend to Elfin Man, member of the Three Musketeers, here in Icewind Dale. Here to help all of your problems in your town.
That's right. And Edmund is our inquisitive rogue. Half-elf rogue.
Half-elf, inquisitive rogue.
And we go to Stefano.
Hey, I am playing Flair, the half-elf bard, who will most certainly not be referring to himself as Flair anymore in town.
Why not?
Oh, I don't know.
That's okay. It's understandable. And now we go to Andrew, who I kind of introduced, but tell us about your character.
Elias Dawnstrider, cleric of the light, human, rather dashing, follower of Lathander,
That's right.
Member of the Three Musketeers.
and the latest member of the Three Musketeers. I'm proud to be so.
Oh, did we have an initiation off
We
screen?
did.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
We met him.
Wow.
We
It was
said,
touching.
hello, you're a member of the Three Musketeers now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe one day Rogal will be the fourth musketeer.
No,
one
then
day.
we'll be the Fab Four, and it's going to be weird.
Ooh,
Yeah, the
Be- the
Beatles,
good old-
you know,
the good old Beatles.
the
We have
Beatles,
to be the Fab Four.
they also broke up way
They did.
before their creativity was done.
6
So-
years they lasted.
That's it.
Well,
6
they're
years.
in their height of their popularity, at least.
They had a
Yeah.
character death as well.
Actually, wasn't it more like 8 years? It was like 8
Yeah.
years. Yeah,
Yeah,
9
because
years.
they became super popular in '63, I think, when
Yeah, 63.
Love Me Do came out.
There you go. Hopefully, this group doesn't break up, and hopefully, they all live. All right. Let's begin. All right, so in Termalaine, I'm going to switch over to our map view. In Termalaine, there are a couple of other places, but you are welcome to go to the gem mine when you see fit. I'm going to show you the direction of the gem mine on the map, and you can decide what you would like to do. There's the gem mine.
Right along the road.
It's close. Let's go.
Did we stay at the Blue Clam or a different place?
That's where you ate, or well, Joey ate. Rogal had some clam chowder there, but the rest of you did not rest when you got here. Although I think, if I remember correctly, you're all at full because you didn't really have a combat encounter that people got injured in. It was just a bar fight.
Right.
So
Right.
you feeling up to going?
Yeah, I don't think we need that rest. I know Elias used his channel
Well-
divinity.
We're going to have a short rest, a 15-minute rest, which would reset Channel Divinity.
Okay. So
Okay.
we'll talk about our plan for 15 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
While I inspire everyone and give them 6 temporary hit points.
There you go.
We still have 6 temporary hit points from earlier.
I believe you do.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't think anybody got hurt. Those miners in the bar couldn't hurt you.
So,
All right.
So we're at full. Is that what we decide? Is that what we're deciding?
Yeah,
I
we're
think
at
you're
full.
at full. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm going to switch over maps to the gem mine. And you can place your characters in the top left of the screen. There should be lighting on, so you shouldn't be able to see. Am I correct?
I can't see.
Nah.
Okay, good. Actually, you know what? I will just place your characters rather than you throw them on somewhere that might be.
That would.
But why is
Something
it
you're not supposed
dark? I
to.
mean, we haven't gone in the mine yet, right?
The map though is dark,
Ah, okay.
just so that you can't see things. Yeah, so like Joey just threw himself in the mine after I told him not to.
I'm
Totally.
sorry.
In true Rogal fashion.
Elias, you're there now.
Hello.
Flair, you're there, and Edmund is there.
Are you sure I'm there?
I thought so.
Do I have
Oh.
my dark vision on?
You're in the GM overview. I'll move you to the token layer.
Fantastico.
There we go.
Oh, there we are.
Top left, everybody.
Oh.
All right. Do I need to give anybody vision?
Yeah, I'm going to cast light as a cantrip, which
Okay.
gives me like 20
Four-
foot
yeah.
bright and an additional 20 foot dim, so 40 foot radius light.
Gotcha. You
So
should be able to see now.
I'll just be looking through whatever light he's casting.
It's very loud near you, Joey. Are you in a vacuum? Very
sorry.
loud.
My
What just happened?
I have a weird mic.
So I got
I'll-
Andrew's
I'll,
light.
I'll be looking through like his light, whatever light he generates.
Okay. So you're not going to have your own light source.
No.
Okay. I will have Andrew emit bright light so you could see from him.
Wait.
Cast that on my shield, FYI.
Can you see Andrew now?
Top left.
Mhm.
Yep.
No.
You can't?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, you have no
I
vision.
can
on.
see.
What about now?
Yes.
And you can see Andrew
Yes.
Got it. and all the light he's emitting. Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's do this thing.
Hell yeah.
The mine. All right, so as you approach, oh, my familiar is howling upstairs. There he is.
Dogs are
So-
barking in the background.
As the dogs begin to bark.
Our sled dogs are unhappy.
So the entrance to this gem mine is actually just an open tunnel into a hillside. So it's very, nothing fancy here. There's no, it's not a structure that was carved out. It's really just like a hill. Empty carts are parked near the entrance to this mine, next to a crude wooden sign that has been propped up. Written on the sign in charcoal are the words "Kobolds only" with an exclamation point. The sign is written in common.
Are any of the letters backwards?
No, they are not. It is actually written rather legibly and accurately.
So, musketeers and regal. I have encountered kobolds before. They have a propensity for trap building. I suggest that Edmund, who has expertise in traps, lead the way.
It is
He
true.
can sniff out any traps.
I believe I could probably sniff out any traps those disgusting, horrible creatures could possibly create.
Furthermore, I suggest we proceed stealthily.
Still,
I, for one, agree.
possibly the best course of action when dealing with horrible monsters like kobolds.
I would like to say that is offensive, and we should just move on with this and move forward with the quest.
I will stealthily saunter right behind Elias.
Okay, great. So who's going to go
I will-
first then? Is it...
I will
Uh,
head first.
That's what I thought. I'll place you in the mine. All right, so you can
Oh,
begin-
okay. That's the entrance.
Yes, there actually is probably,
It's
I would
hard to
assume, walls
see.
that you cannot move through, being
Oh,
a
well.
player, so I'll have to move you through it.
Right.
Can you test that, CJ, if you can move through the mine walls?
I can. Yeah, I can move that way, but
Yeah.
I can.
Okay. All right, well, stay within the mine. You should.
Fine.
Although there should be a way I could fix that.
What's Flair doing over here?
I don't know.
Ah, here we go.
Where am I supposed to be?
Now you're probably stuck. Try it again, CJ.
No, we can still go through there.
Try it now.
I can't
Yeah,
go
that-
through this wall. I can't go through.
Okay. All right.
Oh, now I'm stuck.
I gotcha. All right. So I'm going to place everyone in the mine, just so that you are in the track here, and you can now maneuver yourselves.
Okay.
All right. So
So-
you pass that little sign there.
Definitely gonna check for traps past the sign, because if they're like kobolds only, they're gonna be like setting
Okay.
a trap that only kobolds would know about beyond that trap.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
I will give you a perception check. Oh, that's not very good. Not very
rolled-
perceptive.
A total?
Total of
7?
7.
Okay. All right. So yeah, obviously you don't notice anything other than the poorly written, or the not poorly written, the sign written in common. And you head into the mine here. These steps descend 60 feet before entering where you are right now, CJ, the entrance to this chamber, the north chamber. There are racks lining the outer walls of this cavern. There are picks and hammers nailed into the walls, as well as, on the racks nailed into the walls, as well as a floor littered with rock, tracks, and tools that look like they've been abruptly dropped in the middle. Other than that, it is empty, and what you see here is, the paths that you can go on.
Do the tracks seem to like lead any direction? Is there a common direction that the tracks mostly head in?
I could say a survival check might help you with that.
Okay. Like I'm looking for the path most traveled.
Okay.
Survival check.
There we go.
That is a 17.
With a 17, Edmund can tell that there are different footprints here. There are definitely a pair of lots of human tracks, but they don't look that fresh. There's definitely reptilian, kobold most likely, tracks that fan out, leading through all the areas, relatively equal variety. And then there also appear to be rodent tracks. Again, they kind of go all haphazardly. No clear direction as to which one they go in.
Like when you say rodent tracks, are you like ROUS tracks or like just like regular size rodents?
They're bigger than maybe like a mouse. Yeah.
I caught
Bigger.
that reference. Well,
I did not get that
I caught that
reference.
reference.
I did not. I missed it.
It's a Princess Bride reference.
Oh.
Rodents of unusual size.
Oh, yes. Oh, of course.
All right. Well, I'm gonna, I guess, kind of head down quietly and stealthily to try and peek around the corners of each of these paths to see if there's anything more particular about them. And then I turn to my friends and I say, "There are 3 paths to choose from. We should probably stick together. Does anyone have a preference in which path to take?"
I'm going to pray briefly. I cast guidance upon Edmund,
Wow.
so you can add D4 to an ability check
Okay.
of his
Great.
choice.
Nice.
But I say, no, I don't know. No inspiration.
I'm stuck, Bob. I'm stuck in a wall.
Oh. There you go.
I'd like to.
There we
I'd like
go.
to activate like a torch.
So you do want your own vision now.
Yeah, but like I'm putting my my like shields like on my back.
Okay, so you have a shield on your back, torch, and axe in the other hand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's give you vision.
Yep.
Torch gives you what? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. You should have vision of your own now. All right.
Oh.
So, CJ, you want to look down the southern hallways here? Pathways?
I'll kind of peer down those
Okay.
southern hallways.
All right. So it's pretty clear here that as you get closer to the pathways, you hear the sound of rushing water. You also probably realize that the cave is a little bit warmer than the outside. You know, it's still cold. It's definitely freezing temperatures, but it is not -40. You can't tell exactly how warm it is, but it's, you know, warm enough that you hear water flowing throughout the cave. And it's getting louder as you approach the hallways here.
Did we see anything that this water source might lead to in town?
There's a lake.
The lake, it's possible that their water source is coming from the lake, but you went to the east, and the lake would be on the west side of town. So unless
Be
it
an
was an
underground river.
underground, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, Edmund, what do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rogal, did you have something you'd like to say?
I walk down the south left hallway. I walk down to here.
Okay.
I watch Rogal muscle his way past me. Just is, like, out of the
It's
way.
very passive aggressive.
I
go
got
out of my
this.
way to like push you.
I got this.
So you push past Edmund, Rogal. You head down this southern passage, and you see into a very dark, you know, your torchlight is really just showing you a glimmer of this room. This
I
looks
turn to
like there are benches and tables, probably a workstation of some sort for miners. They would kind of sort out and sift through deposits that they've gotten to see if they have anything valuable. There's gravel, pebbles, all that stuff strewn about the room and on the ground. And scattered across the floor are more hammers, picks, and broken lanterns.
I turn
whis-
back to everyone
Does he-
else as Rogal muscles to me. I'm like, what's his deal?
I whisper to Edmund, This is why he's not the third musketeer.
Yeah, well, I should probably follow him so that he doesn't get himself killed. And we go down the hall.
I'd like to inspect one of these lanterns.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Where?
A 9?
9.
I mean, you can tell that they were probably dropped, and that's how they broke. But that's about it.
I would like to try and pick through like the debris that's on the tables.
Mhm.
If this is where they were like sorting gems, to try and like see if I could spot any gems that they may have missed.
Yeah,
That are
go for it.
left around. What would that be?
That'll be a perception.
Perception.
Yeah. Find something in the rubble. I'd say so.
Nope.
Now, do you have something with perception, or no? That's insight.
That's insight.
Insight.
And
Gotcha.
when I make a spot hidden creature, if I can make a bonus action to spot a hidden creature or object, or make an investigation intelligence check to uncover or decipher clues. That's it.
Okay. Well, you don't. I'm gonna give you something you don't need to roll for, but you don't find anything more than this. There is a small figurine that's carved out of rock. That's with all the pebbles and gravel that's on the floor. It's a figurine of a dog carved out of rock. It has 2 pebble-sized tourmalines, a pink gem as eyes.
I'll add this to my figurine collection.
Well, you didn't find it. Edmund found it.
Oh,
Find
shit.
So you found this little dog statue, and Rogal is maneuvering in the room looking for the lanterns. Rogal, you
Alright.
hear whispers, and you're familiar with this language. It is Draconic.
I say hello in Draconic.
Coming from this area right here.
I turn around and I say,
Guys, I believe the kobolds may be down this way. Let me investigate first.
Wait.
Guys, hang back.
Perhaps we
I-
should not run into the kobolds. Perhaps we should explore more first.
I
I turn to Elias and I say, no, this is his thing.
I also have a feeling that we're not going to be able to accomplish our quest without encountering these kobolds.
Maybe wise to find out if the kobolds are serving some greater creature before we rush to make acquaintance.
It's up to you.
I'm personally going to trust that they're decent folk. But if you would like to all explore the cave, I don't mind waiting.
You're just gonna wait here?
I mean,
Rogal?
if you guys want to, I'm going to go and talk to them as soon as I can.
So you're gonna do.
You're killing me.
I mean, it's certainly possible that you could speak to those vile, disgusting monsters, but... Sure. Perhaps you should come with us and explore the cave a little further. Perhaps there's more...
No,
Broken-
I'm pretty sure I can just talk to them.
But there might be another broken lantern you can inspect.
I go down the hall.
Have I seen during this argument? Have I seen the figurine and can I steal it?
It's up to Edmund if he's picked it up at this point.
I mean, I picked it up.
Okay, I didn't know he picked it up.
Yeah, I mean, I was going through and I pick it. It's a little thing. I just pick it up, look at it, and I'm like, yeah. It's got the two little gems in it, so I just, put it in a little pocket. Now I've got a statue, you've got a statue. We just gotta get Elias a statue. It'll be fun.
I'm getting a scrimshaw.
I shout in Draconic, and as non-threateningly as possible, hello,
Draconic is the most threatening sounding
Yeah.
language.
It is. It's just a bunch of snarls and grunts, and you run in there, and you said, "I do it as loud as I can." Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm trying to communicate to whoever's here, a presence is
What are
here.
you saying though? You come, you mean no harm. Is that?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
Can I
move your-
hide while he's doing this? I'm going to skulk and hide as much as possible. Obscure
Okay.
my light temporarily.
All right. So Joe, you.
I basically say I just want to talk.
All right. You alert the mind that you're here and you want to talk, and you hear the voices that were whispering before stop, pause for a moment, and then you hear in common. You hear this voice go, "Oh no! They're here! We must run!" In common.
I say in common, you don't have to run. Not here to hurt you. Hello?
No response after that. You do hear a tiny pitter patter of feet.
I follow it.
Okay, move your character.
Boop. 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 Ah.
Okay. So you see a huge pit that when you rush into this area, you stop yourself and you look down, and it goes beyond your light that you could see, just deep underground. All right, if you were to jump in there, you'd assume that you most likely would die.
I jump it. No, I'm joking.
There
I have
are
had a
wooden.
character jump in a pit before. Broke his legs.
It's getting dark. It's getting dark for Rogal. There are wooden planks and struts that form a walkway along the wall of seemingly bottomless vertical shaft. There's a narrow waterfall that cascades down the northeast wall, and the sound of rushing water is as loud as ever in this confined space. Okay, so the ceiling in this whole place is only about 7 feet tall. So Joey, your head is not too far from the ceiling, but you look down and you don't know how far down that pit goes. All right, and you see the kobolds here. 2 kobolds wearing these cute fur coats.
They're cute.
They are. They actually are very cute. Yes.
Aww.
They have mottled red flesh, and it's their snouts poking out of their winter gear, and
So
they see you
cute.
and they say, "Oh no!" and then they run this way, off of the
Nice.
planks.
I'm like, you don't have to run. I'm not here to hurt you.
I imagine they don't respond.
Yeah, they don't respond.
I try to test out these like planks to see how sturdy they are.
You can give me a perception check if you'd like, or insight. That's either up to you.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like trying to like stomp on them to like see how sturdy they are. I guess insight.
Yep.
Boom.
13. Well, you have a light source, so you can see what's in this room. They they left this area. They were kind of on this end right here, and you probably think they were doing something to this walkway. It's hard for you to tell what would happen if you were to stand on it. You are a bulky, heavy creature, so I mean, it's up to you if you want to test it. But you know they were working on the planks.
To the musketeers.
Okay.
Guys, there's a walkway over here, over a large pit, but I'm not quite sure about how easy it would be to cross it.
Was there anything else you saw down there?
Can I make a check to
Nope.
see? Can I make a check? I want to know if I heard the creatures saying. I want to know if I heard the creatures
You did.
saying anything.
Yeah, everyone heard their proclamation, you know.
Oh, we heard them say, "Run away."
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't necessarily hear them before that, like when Joey was approaching, but you heard definitely once they knew you were there. They made it loud enough for everyone to hear.
Okay.
So who was that you were speaking with? If you found nothing.
Well, guys, let's go check it out.
Well, it's clear that these creatures know that we're here, so
Well, they know Rogal is here. They don't know about us.
That's true.
that's a
Go
good
back.
point.
They don't know
That's
about
good.
you.
I motion my friends to follow me.
Okay.
As I go back.
I go.
To the planks we can't cross.
Well, I don't know. You guys could possibly cross it. You can inspect it, figure out something I might not see.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, I'm not getting on those.
Is
planks.
are those kobolds still there?
They're there.
Oh, friends. Just here to talk. My name is Rogal.
Like I shout to them.
And they see you all appear at the entrance of the room, and they go, "Run! Run!"
Wait, no, seriously. It's nothing.
I draw a dagger at least.
That one peeks out again and looks to see if you're coming or not.
Not just like to talk.
Can I try and persuade them to like come talk to me?
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check. And what are you going to say?
I say,
Do the check first. Do the check first. All right. What do you say?
Hey, I say,
Listen, we're representatives from the village. We just want to talk real quick. Surely we can come to some sort of diplomatic understanding. What's going on with this mine? Please like to just talk with us.
So this one that was peeking out steps out onto the planks and looks at Rogal and says, "You're really not here to hurt us?
Nope, we're really not.
You're not lying."
I am not lying.
I say like as earnestly as possible.
He looks at you, looks back to the exit on the east side, and he says, "Thwip, I think he's telling the truth." By the way, he says that to Thwip in Draconic. So Joey, Rogal understands, but the rest do not. Okay.
Hello, Flip.
I say in Draconic.
Okay. So the other one comes out and says, Scorp, he's big. I don't know about this.
I promise you, you have my word that me and my companions will not harm you under this roof.
Should have been Draconic or Common.
Whichever one. I'd say in Draconic. Fuck you
Whichever
guys.
one works.
So then, I assume he's saying, come closer so that we can kill you.
I look back and I say, like, these kobolds under my protection. I say to the musketeers.
Joey's like, whatever language will work. Whichever one makes them feel comfortable.
What is it you fear, friends? Small friends?
In
Yes,
common,
adorable friends.
in common, the one named Scorp says, Trex says the miners want the mine back, but Trex wants something better in return.
What's that?
I don't know.
Can we talk to this Trek?
They look at each other kind of cautiously, and they nod to each other, and they say, you can go past, but don't tell Trex we let you go.
Okay, thank you, friends.
Does
You have my
Trex
word.
does Trex treat you poorly?
Trex is smart. He speaks like a human who knows a lot.
Hmm.
He doesn't speak dragon anymore.
Any more?
No more.
I ask them.
I assume it's safe to walk on these planks.
Thwip takes out behind his back like a bone saw, and he's like, "We were just starting to work on it. It's still safe."
Okay, thank you. You are kind friends.
I look at Edmund and I'm like,
I look at Rogal and I'm like,
Nice.
I step on the planks slowly and make my way.
They actually like very adeptly jump off the side, but like hold on to the edge, and they're so small and light that they can like maneuver, and they're like hanging on the underside.
Huh. Oh my gosh.
You guys are little nimble friends.
I motion to the musketeers to come over one at a time.
That was a leap of faith there, Joey.
It was but I'm a paladin, and I am lawful good, and I believe in people.
Okay. Good. All right, maneuver yourselves along the side of the chasm here.
I walk past the kobolds and give a disgusted look to them.
Oh my god! I like watch you, like making sure crazy happens.
Okay.
I guess I walk in this room.
Yeah.
What do I see before me?
So, you see a bucket lift. A wooden pulley system has been constructed around a large hole in the floor. There's a bucket that's big enough to hold one humanoid. In fact, it's actually even tight for one humanoid. It's held up by a thick rope. 3 alcoves next to the lift contain wooden boards and mining equipment.
I mean, I can go first if you'd like.
I signal to my companions.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, like
Who would like to go in the bucket?
wait,
Do we need like one of? I'm assuming one of us has to like use the pulley.
Yeah.
Right. Should we
Yeah. No,
ask the
actually, no.
kobold?
I apologize. No, it's controlled by a crank in the bucket. So
Oh.
you can crank. There's the pulley system that I described, but also a crank in the bucket. So basically, you can go up and down it by yourself. But if you go down,
okay.
somebody else can bring it back up. So there's an option for somebody to bring it up, or you yourself move it up and down.
After you, Regal.
Yeah,
You seem friendly
I,
with the inhabitants.
So
I hop in it and I start, like cranking myself down.
Okay, so just the plan at the beginning was to have use stealth and have the rogue CJ kind of maneuver. Now we are changing the plan.
We are changing the plan. Rogal is now in charge.
Did not have a choice.
Rogal.
He's taking the
is
initiative.
now the leader, apparently.
You can't stealth if somebody yells hello.
So
Stealth goes out the window at that point.
Well, actually, hold on. Before we go down here, should we do like some planning? Like, should I was thinking you guys stealth in the background, and I do, and like if I look like I'm in trouble, you guys jump in.
I mean,
I don't know if there's any stealth cranking down a bucket one at a time.
are we going one at a time, or will the bucket fit more of us? Like, it looks like the bucket will fit 4 of us. Is that?
no, the
one of
bucket
them.
is
One.
this little middle section. I'll move
Middle section.
your
Okay.
characters just so you can see a little easier. Right here, the middle is the bucket.
Okay, that's the bucket. Okay.
Mhm. It's tiny, and Rogal is the biggest of you, and it basically you're
only
you're
my
like
ass. It's like
Yeah.
everything.
you're
I'm gonna
snug.
walk back
Okay,
to these creatures.
sure.
For some reason, I cannot move past this area.
Yeah, that you gotta like move diagonally.
And I'd like to say, is there a better way down?
Scorp and Thwip say, the bucket is the only way down.
All right.
Can I roll insight on them?
Sure.
Sorry. Well, 10.
There's no reason not to trust him.
Mm-hmm.
I hop in the bucket
Okay.
and I start cranking.
All right. Joey, you start to crank down. You have a torch with you, right?
Yeah. Just like,
So you are in basically a tiny tube as you go down of stone surrounding you. You know, the torch is actually kind of close to your face. You might have to even hold it like above you. That's how tight it is, that you couldn't put it near your face. You'd burn yourself. Okay? Everyone else sees Joey descending down, using one hand to hold the torch, the other to like lower himself, pulling this crank.
I start messing with the other crank.
So it comes back up for a moment, back down, back up, back down. Joey, it takes you a full minute to get to the
how
bottom.
high up am I when I'm descending? Like if I were to fall out of this bucket, like would I die?
You have no perception of that because wall surrounds you.
Okay.
So the bucket is nearly flush to the wall. Okay.
I see.
So you get down to the next level here, and I'm gonna move your token. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Once you get to the next layer here, the ceilings are 15 feet tall here. So for the last 15 feet of your descent, you do see your surroundings, and I'm going to describe that. So in this area, the mechanism creaks as the bucket lift descends to the floor of a small cave where 2 dusty tunnels lead in opposite directions. One goes north, the other goes south. And this is where you're at right now.
I like whistle to my compatriots as I like, to be like,
Mm-hmm.
you can pull the bucket up.
I start pulling the bucket up.
Okay, perfect. So the bucket's going up, and it's going to take a minute to get that bucket back up.
Yeah, I hang tight.
Okay. Joey, it's very dark in this cave. Obviously, no light now at all. Well, there was no light up there, too. other than your torch. You feel like you hear sounds all around you, scurrying of little footsteps, slithering even.
I take out my axe and I hold up my torch and I just kind of like look around. Do my best to like keep my cool.
Yeah, I mean, both entrances are also kind of sharp turns after, from the north and south entrances from this small little bucket room. They're very tight turns, so you can't even really see around the corners from where you're at.
Yeah, I actually try and like hang like from my back to a corner.
Sure.
Like try and hide myself as best as I can.
And again, you feel like you hear lots of little noises. You're not sure what type of animals live underground, but you feel like you're hearing something all around you.
I do my best to like chill and not freak out.
Yeah, that's up to you.
If the bucket is down there,
make a sanity check.
Yeah.
If the bucket was brought back up, is there a mechanism for him to bring the bucket back down?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a crank, and actually, no. I apologize. No.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Crank the bucket up.
I've been cranking the bucket up. I've been sitting here for a minute, I think.
You've been cranking it. You've been cranking it.
I've been cranking it for a whole minute here.
Flair gets a burst of inspiration and says, I think the miners use this to bring up the gems. They probably don't travel down it.
Would you like to inspect the cave further, Fladrian?
Well, we can't just leave Rogal down there.
I mean, we can.
We could ding-dong ditch and go up and inspect the northern corridors.
I mean...
Yeah, Joey, all you hear is the cranking now of this bucket going up and those strange pitter-patter sounds, little shuffling noises.
Do I hear any draconic or just pitter-patter?
No draconic. No.
I hold still and I just wait for like Edmund or someone to come down.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll go next.
You sure you don't want to inspect the northern cavern, Fladrian?
I kind of do, but
from here you can see that we can see this like waterfall in the main corridor.
Yeah.
It appears that there was just a rushing river. I'd fear that we might get caught in it and plummet to our deaths down there.
Well,
this may be our best bet.
I suppose.
So would you like to go next, friend?
Sounds good to me.
Very well. Into the bucket you go.
I go in the bucket.
Okay, so you hop in the bucket and you're headed down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, unless you want me to say it every time, anytime we've like gotten to a room where we don't hear any sounds and we've kind of cleared it, I'm looking around for gems or money.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Check the ground.
All right.
I am very interested in this northern cave now, though.
Joey, you hear the bucket start to descend. The clanging of the bucket, scraping against the walls as it's descending. You also feel something tap your shoulder.
Hello?
I
stay startled.
You startle and turn. There's nothing there.
Oh. Alright. Just like chill. Like I'm just trying to like maintain as much composure, just waiting for friends in this dark room. Worried about whoever I can see. Do I see the bucket descending?
You hear it. You don't see it yet. About 30 seconds have gone by. 40 seconds. You're really certain something touched your shoulder, though. It's really strange. You're looking around now, and 15-foot high ceiling. You don't really see anything.
Hello? Like, I say in common.
Mhm.
Is anyone there?
No response. No response.
I mean, I look around as much as I can, and do
Gotcha.
I see anything in this room?
There is nothing other than the bucket and some of the tools that I had mentioned before, but the bucket is descending.
God damn it!
You give me a perception check if you'd like to listen.
Yeah, I'd like to listen.
Okay.
I'd like to try and drown out the noise of the bucket.
Okay.
Should I do it with disadvantage?
Yeah. No disadvantage.
20.
Joe, you're certain that there's a creature sneaking up on you from the south. They sound familiar. Maybe they're kobolds.
I walk over as non-threateningly as I can, and I wait to peer around this corner.
And
And
you
I
see
say,
two
"Sonic."
kobolds there. And these kobolds have spears out.
I put my hands up, or my torch and my axe in my hand. I just hello.
So are you saying you raise your weapon high?
I try not to, but I accidentally do. I forget my weapons are in my hand, but I'm trying to be non-threatening.
by becoming as large as you can.
I back up and I say, they're like, oh, whoa, sorry. My name is Rogal.
The kobolds point their spears at you, and in Draconic they say, Trex will want him dead. Let's kill him.
I say, no, Trex wants to talk to me. I know, because I am a friend of his.
The kobolds start to inch closer to you. Do you want to stand your ground or back up?
I don't want to stand my ground, but I kind of want to intimidate them.
Okay. So what do you want to do then?
I say, listen, I am a paladin here to represent the village. I'm here to talk to Trex, and Trex would want to see me, or else you will all be in trouble.
Okay. You scold them. Give me an intimidation check.
Bam.
15. Nice. Yeah. So, Joey, you felt like you were firm here. You didn't back up. You scolded them. You yelled at them. And their reaction, once you're done with your speech, is their eyes widen, and they go, run! And they run this way. They run away from you as fast as possible.
I'm like, no. Don't run.
Flare, you start to descend from the bucket. But as soon as you're able to get vision on Rogal, who's there, the first thing you notice is there is a massive creature that can only be described. It looks like a floating brain with tentacles and a beaked mouth right behind Rogal.
Oh.
God, it's one of those.
Rogal,
I'm completely unaware.
Rogal is like, yeah, I really scared them. So, Flare, you're in the bucket, but 15 feet up in the air, and you see this brain creature descending on Rogal.
I'm gonna say, I'm probably gonna say loudly, Rogal, behind you! And I'd like to rush after it and swing at it.
I turn around.
You're in the bucket still, so yeah. But I'll just send you the player handout for this. This is a really great piece of art here that I'm going to show you. So
Like a geck or something?
Grell.
A grell.
So that's what's happening to Rogal right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
Look at that.
Oh, it's
Beautiful.
got him dropping his torch, and if only he had an axe instead of a sword.
Yeah.
Then-
Sword
then-
instead of axe.
Then can I cast Vicious Mockery on it?
Yeah, we're gonna jump into combat here.
Okay.
So for the two of you up there, you just hear the sounds of combat without a doubt coming from the bottom. You can see, because of Rogal's torch at the bottom, you see light, but the bucket is obscuring most of your view.
Did they hear me say, Rogal, watch out?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do it. Let's jump into combat here. Roll for the group initiative. Oops. Okay. All right. The Grell is going to go first. I actually rolled its attacks most recently. Joe, you were going to get hit, I believe, twice by this thing. One by
19,
the
17.
tentacles and one by the beak.
Okay.
So the tentacles, let's see.
Sorry.
You're going to take a total of 11 piercing damage, and you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
So 11. Oh wait, hold on. So how many attacks did I get hit with? I got hit with 2 attacks.
No, sorry, I apologize. One attack.
One
the
attack.
beak missed. The tentacles hit you.
All right. So that gets reduced down to 8 damage,
Correct,
Heavy
for your
weapon.
armor mastery.
and all right, puts me at 17 points.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. So a Constitution save.
Mhm.
What the? Why is it always Constitution save? Bah.
You succeed.
Hey, 18.
You succeed with an 18. All right. But you feel like the tentacles, when they wrapped around your arm or whatever they grabbed, you felt like some sort of poison seeping through into your body, numbing your arm. So you can't imagine if it hit you in the neck or in the chest, what it might do to you.
Ugh.
All right. And you narrowly missed the beak, which came at you like almost like a bird beak, trying to snap into your armor. All right. So this tentacled brain creature is all up in your face. Group, your turn.
Rogal, do you want to attack back, or
I mean,
I would do
you
something,
wanna
but you
wait?
might want to attack first.
yeah, I'll hit it. I'll hit it. I'd hit that.
Actually, I would give you bardic inspiration.
Actually, then yeah. So yeah, you can go first. Alright.
So the first thing I'm gonna do, hopefully this thing doesn't have like a speed of 5,000, is I'm going to cast. What is the light radius for a torch?
30 feet.
30 feet total.
I believe so, but I could be wrong. Could be 40 feet. Could be more than that. I haven't looked up a torch in forever. I'll do that.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it first.
Yeah. Okay. Vicious Mockery. It's actually 20-foot radius and 20-foot bright and 20-foot dim, so it's actually 40 feet. But the Vicious Mockery, I will roll for the Grell.
Let's just stick with that.
Yep. It's a wisdom.
It is a giant brain.
A 9.
I got a 9. Okay, so it will take 3 psychic damage and have disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
And I will bonus action bardic inspiration for Rogal. I'll say, "You can get him, you big meathead."
You are inspired.
I mean,
I don't know if I should, but
I mean, meat shield.
even worse.
All right, well, it is still your turn. The Grell went already.
Yeah, I attack it. I
Go
hit.
ahead.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh, can I also get out of the bucket?
You can do that, but you'd have to drop 10 feet to the floor.
All right, I'll wait.
I believe it's a 12.
A 12 hits.
12 hits.
Yes, it does. this thing is not like, I mean, it does look agile enough, but it floats in the air, so, you know, and it's pretty, yeah. I mean, it's not wearing armor.
All right, so 10 total.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I add 6 damage, so it's 12 damage.
12. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, got the 12 damage. Group up top, what are you doing?
How have we determined how far down this pit is?
It is about, what did I say it was?
It's about a minute to get down,
It's a
right?
minute to get down. That's what I've heard.
Mhm.
10 rounds of combat.
And
That's if
Fladrian
you're-
is in the bucket already.
Correct, and that's if you're cranking yourself down in the bucket. It takes you a minute.
Yes. So I would say it's probably something like 50 feet.
50 feet. So that's 5d6 damage.
If you were to jump, correct.
If you were to jump. But,
Maybe you can
okay.
rappel down.
If you were to jump and grab onto the rope and try and ride the rope down.
I would say you could
With a
absolutely
sort
do
of
that.
Acrobatic sort of way.
100%. I'd take acrobatics or athletics, and
Okay.
I'd say the DC would be probably we'll say it's a 13 for that.
13? Okay.
Yeah.
The lowest I can roll on this is a 9. Because I have a +7 and I have a guidance D4. So that's
Cool.
an 8 and the minimum of a 1 on the D20. So.
All right. Let's see if you
And
can.
Oh,
Edmund-
you have
Roll that.
guidance. You have
Yes, I
guidance,
have the
remember?
guidance still. So Edmund, hearing the sounds of combat, not one to back down from a fight, and pretty sure that Fladrian is now in trouble fighting kobolds, he is going to jump onto the rope and try and ride the rope down to aid his fellow musketeer and Rogal.
Okay. Don't roll a 1.
With an acrobatics check.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
There we go.
Seeing a 26, Edmund?
Ease. 26.
All right. How do you want to do it? You can describe any way you want to do
Oh.
this.
Like Errol Flynn in Robin Hood or whatever. Just jump on the rope and like just start like swinging around and like bouncing off the walls and like and it's like does anybody remember Battletoads when
Oh, I
Heck
love
yeah.
Battletoads.
yeah, like the
Love
second level of Battletoads when
Yep.
they're like flying down the shaft. Yeah.
You gotta
Um,
kick the ravens for a 1-up.
I'm kicking ravens left and right for 1-ups. I turn into a wrecking ball a couple times. Spikes shoot out.
Breaking my immersion.
I'm just I'm just sliding down the rope as fast as I can.
Yeah, and so Flare, after you cast your spell and you're really concerned for Rogal, Edmund does like a perfect dismount. He's now standing on the edge of your bucket.
Fladrian, are you okay? I
Ah!
look and I see the grell and I'm like, ah!
All right, Andrew.
best friend! Attack that thing!
Well, we must get
So-
closer.
Of course.
So I'm going to kneel down in earnest prayer. I'm going to send all my thoughts and all my prayers to my companions. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Regal through my...
Do you
Alright, for
need to
intercession.
touch him
Is-
or see him?
It's a
it's
60-foot range. It doesn't specify sight, but I don't know if that means it needs sight or not.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I could have swore you need sight on that. No,
How would I know?
it would say
It
it
would
in
say
the
a
rule.
target you can see.
No, it doesn't specify I have to be able to see them.
Really? I believe you, but I just want to make sure
I also want to check.
because I make mistakes like that all the time. But
I'm just reading it off the card. Let me see.
You are 100% right. It does not say. It just says a creature of your choice within range.
You just have to have faith.
So my earnest prayers to Thunder.
So thoughts and prayers
Mhm.
are working here.
Yeah.
Joey, you have +2 to your armor class for the next minute or 10 minutes.
I'm also going to ready an action because that was a bonus action, and if these kobolds come at me, I can smack them with my mace.
Gotcha. The ones that are up top.
Mhm.
Okay.
So when I put my shield up, I'm at AC 20.
If you have your shield, correct.
Yeah, but right now I'm just at AC 18.
Right.
Yeah,
And you
plus
were
2
at
AC.
16 prior.
For 10 minutes, so it's pretty long.
All right, let's roll for initiative, everybody. Why don't we have someone different this time? Maybe Stefano.
Bam. Oh, sorry.
Or Joey. Okay,
I didn't
well,
do-
Stefano, would you like Joey to take that dice away and you roll?
As long as Joey doesn't roll every time.
Joey got a 20, and I got a 16. So, group, you're up first. You want to take 20 seconds, 30 seconds talk?
Yeah, so I think so. Wait, is Edmund's on the floor, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to bring both their characters to the second floor now. All right, it's the top right.
So obviously we should just like kill this thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try talking to it.
I think this is past the time for words.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if this map is truly what it looks like, then I could cast Dissonant Whispers. If it passes, we could all take our reactions to op attack it.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
But it will run away from us, so we want to try to kill it.
I mean,
That's up to you.
give it a shot.
All right. So I will cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. So it's a wisdom saving throw, correct?
It is.
All right. All right, so the Grell is going to make a wisdom saving throw. It got a 17.
Darn. So, well, it will at least take 5 psychic damage.
Gotcha. 5 psychic. Perfect. Okay. And it stands its ground. Now you are in a bucket 10 feet above it. Rogal is the one that was, on the ground level. This thing is actually still now, though. It's going to attack Rogal again with its tentacles and its beak.
So, since he has Bardic Inspiration, he's able to do that thing where he can use the Inspiration die to raise his AC against the attack after seeing the roll, but before knowing whether it hits or misses.
Okay. So, do you want me to go with tentacles first?
Yeah, but you have to do. Well, I mean, it's up to you which attack you do first. But the next attack you do, it does have disadvantage.
It does.
So it has disadvantage on this attack, and Rogal can use the inspiration to reduce.
Increase his AC.
Yeah, that's wild.
So this first attack.
So the first attack I used was tentacles. So you want me to tell you the dice roll, correct?
No, that was with disadvantage, right?
Yes. But you want me to tell you the dice roll?
Yeah, the dice roll.
Okay, so the dice roll would have been a 3.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
Wait, should I?
It has a plus 18 to hit, so.
Its beak rolled a 10. No, sorry. Yes,
I
a
think
10.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. And Flair, are you good?
I am.
Okay. It misses with both attacks. And it is going to hover back. You can obviously take an attack of opportunity on this, Rogal, but it is going to move back into the depths of the cave.
Yeah. What did I roll? I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on that.
Okay.
I thought you hit with you hit with a 12.
Wait.
Wow.
No, but that might be it.
It might, yeah. It could have been a 12. So 16.
A 16 does hit.
16 and D8 plus 6. 13 damage.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. 13 damage. Okay. Who's next? Edmund? Flair?
I'm gonna.
But do you know which direction it went in?
Yeah, did it go through the wall or around?
Around. You're
Okay.
10 feet above it, so it's not a problem. It can go beneath you. Bless you.
That's
When CJ
this way.
rappelled down, the bucket didn't go down the 10 feet.
No.
yeah. So I'm gonna, I guess, just interact. Bonus action. I think cunning action. I can interact with something.
Yes.
Yeah. So bonus action, cunning action. I'm gonna turn the crank
Okay. So you can
to get us
descend
down, the
down.
extra 10 feet.
Yeah, you can go down to the bottom now. The bucket lands right here.
Okay. So now I still have my action and my movement. I'm gonna head this way.
And you see the Grell straight ahead of you.
10, 15, 20, drawing a sword.
Mhm.
And I had my dagger out still, but I don't know if I put that away when I repelled, so I'll just...
You might have, but it's up to you. I'll let you decide that.
Okay, so if I have both out, I will attack once with a short sword. And once with a dagger in my offhand.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay,
24
so
with the short sword and 20 with the dagger. Both hit.
So that should both hit. For... Oh, whoops.
You rolled to
Not
hit again.
that much.
Not that. That was the wrong thing.
Yep.
Like that.
Very nice.
9 piercing and 4 piercing. So 13 damage. I'm so mad I just wasted that crit.
That's how it works, right?
That's how it works. My next
If you roll a 20, then it's no longer a 1 in 20.
The creature is bloodied, CJ. You take a nice... you lop off some of the tentacles, and this creature is now clearly fleeing. In this room that you just entered, there is a hole in the west side of the chamber that opens into the central shaft. The same shaft that you probably saw up above.
Okay.
You do hear the sound of waterfall dripping down in this area. The floor to the north end of the cave, which you're approaching right here, is separated by a rocky ridge. And there's a slight slope on either side leading to the top of the ridge. The walls above gleam with gem deposits.
So that's an upward slope.
Yeah, so this is higher than where your position is right now. So north goes up, you are at the bottom of that ridge.
And, alright. That's about it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
good.
There's gems right here.
Let's go with Flair, and then we'll go up to Elias.
Actually, I went. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The dissonant whispers. That's right.
And Rogal just used his reaction.
That's what
Yeah.
I made a mistake of. Yep. Rogal, you're up.
I'm gonna move towards where I saw it, so that's 3. I got 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna hit this dude.
Go for it.
Hit him. Is
Did
that
you
right?
did you pick up your shield yet?
No,
No, my shield is still on my back.
but he needs to see. So. Oh,
Oh.
Yes.
nat 20. Very nice.
All right. It's bloodied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not gonna wait. Yeah, so I rolled 2d8, right?
Correct.
It's
Oh,
8.
It's
Oh,
actually
yes.
8 plus a d8 with max of the first dice. Yep. So 14.
So 20 total damage.
Joe, you kill this thing. You want to describe how you kill it?
I take my axe and I split its brain in half, and like pieces of his beak just like shatter
Yeah.
as well. It's like,
Oof.
and then I take my foot and I rip out my axe.
Nice. Brain particles spray everywhere when you rip out your axe.
Ah.
Now, after a moment of looking around, You see, this is probably this thing's lair. It looks like there's bits of bone and different creatures that it's devoured here over the years, or over the weeks, whenever this thing came here. And there's a huge, wide open, basically cliff face here. You look down, and it's the same shaft that was from up top. It's still, you cannot see to the bottom. Okay. All right.
I shout to Fladrian to come this way.
Is anybody gonna let Andrew down?
Yeah,
I mean,
I whistled
you
it to.
Yeah, we're like, all clear.
All right,
I
Andrew,
grab
I'm
out of the
moving
bucket.
you.
I also use whatever cranking device that's down here to help crank. Oh wait, there's no cranking device.
There's no device down here. It's just Andrew's got to bring the bucket up, and he'd come back down.
I wait for.
There's
Lion.
gems.
You said something about gems.
They're
Yes.
right here.
There are gems.
When I get out of the bucket, I want
a
it.
little pile of them right there.
Can I tie the bucket to the floor or something so it can't be cranked back up?
I don't believe so.
Maybe fill it with tools.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to try to keep it here, there are weapon racks. Not weapon racks. Mining racks with different tools like picks and hammers. If you wanted to, you could, in theory, wrap a rope around the bucket and then tie it to a rack that might be heavier. But there's nothing to tie it to. There's no, like, stalagmite or something like that you can really tie it
Okay.
well to.
Mhm.
All right. All right, so, yeah, this area above the ridge where the Grell would reside, there's gemstones in the walls there. If you wanted to, you could mine some of those gemstones out, but it would take some time.
They're actually going to do that, all right.
Can I make any sort of check to see if I would know what these gemstones are worth?
Give me maybe intelligence check
Okay.
to appraise this, if you have any experience with that.
I would say I probably don't have appraisal experience, but I've probably bathed in gems before.
Such a weird flex.
That is a strange flag.
It's like Scrooge McDuck.
It's actually painful. If he were to dive into the pool of money, he would
Bunch of
most likely
jagged
die.
rocks.
He would most likely be dead. I would say that you probably think that some of these gemstones might be worth hundreds of gold pieces, but you're no expert. You probably have had gems same quality or even bigger than this. So it's hard to tell, but probably valuable. That's what the miners are here for anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to. What's the speaker's name?
Oris.
Oris. So I'm going to turn to Edmund and I'm going to say, I can tell you that these gems are worth a hell of a lot more than the 50 gold that were being offered to clear out this mine.
Yes. It's very true. Possible. Perhaps on our way out we'll have to grab something if there's time.
CJ, let Edmund take an insight check here.
Whoops, not with guidance. Just a 13.
Okay. You probably would bet that the miners would not like you taking their gemstones.
When was the last time they were in the mine?
Like 2 weeks ago.
So we don't have to take them all.
Come on, friends,
also
let us,
don't have-
let us pursue our quest.
I agree with Elias.
I have holy work to do, not mining with my hands.
Well,
Whoa.
I'm saying to Edmund, I don't know if everybody's listening, but at the very least, 50 gold is not going to cut it.
This is true. Perhaps if the speaker is the one who offered the 50 gold, but the miners are likely to be very appreciative of our work as well. Perhaps we will have to speak with them as well for additional reward.
Or we could just quickly grab a little gem. Little one.
You could try, but you'd have to mine, and it would take some time as well as noise.
Let's go on with our quest.
Well, yeah, not now. Now is not
Maybe
the time.
after.
No, not the time.
Perhaps.
We all like sober up. And I walk back in here and I see these two
Adorable kobolds.
adorable kobolds.
Yeah.
They are very cute.
They are.
I
So
say, hello, friends.
the two of them motion to you, and they wave, and they kind of want you to come closer, and they say, "You killed that monster?
Yes, and big and strong.
Oh my, you are. You must be here for Janth. Or, sorry, not Janth. Trex.
Yes, we are representatives from the villagers. Come to seek peace.
Then we will take you to Trex. Follow us.
Thank you, friends.
And I motion to the musketeers.
Man, you're really playing into that, Joey. The Musketeers. You're even calling them that.
There's Rogal and the musketeers.
What's down this like appendix-shaped corridor here?
Looks like there's more gems.
Would you like
Gem
to check
deposits.
Yeah, I would like to check that out.
Yeah, there's gem deposits there.
it out?
Nothing.
Interesting.
Okay.
Anything loose on the ground?
Nothing loose. You can see that there is evidence of digging, and so perhaps with some light work you can get some more, but nothing is like on the floor here.
So this looks light work, meaning this looks easier than the other one.
Perhaps. Maybe like a half an hour of work.
Hmm.
Okay. Follow the kobolds. They lead you into this very narrow corridor.
Boop. Boop.
And they point to a opening in another tunnel. And they say, Trex is down there.
Thank you.
Insight.
Go for it.
Why am I just clicked on it twice, so it's a 6.
The 6. I mean, they seem to be admirers of yours because of what you did to the Grell, but that's it.
I motion towards Rogal and say, "Why will your friends not continue on down that hallway with us?"
Because we trust them. This is their home.
I say in front of them, like as we're literally right next to them, but I like look at Edmund like, dude, it's not the time.
The kobold, when you say that this is their mine, they say, "Do you have any food? Trex says that would be safer in town. There's food in town, right?"
Yes.
I actually take out some like rations and I like hand them to them. I take out a day's worth of rations.
They snatch it from you and kind of retreat back to eat it.
Oh,
And they devour it.
I turn to them and I say, "There is food in town, but that's not the food in town. That's just food."
Their eyes widen. There's better food in town?
I believe so. What did you think of the food, Rogal?
It was delicious. Truly good. I had the clam chowder. Really good.
What's a chowder?
You'll find out.
Ooh! They're getting really excited now.
Like a soup.
It's like-
Okay.
I go into like whatever
The
entrance
tunnel?
they tell
Okay.
me.
I'll move you to the next map.
Nope.
I just shake my head.
One is named Small.
Smol and Grek.
Small.
Smol.
Shake my head at the thought of sharing food with kobolds.
I'm definitely thinking about when did they think it was safe for them to go into town and eat food?
They haven't. They haven't gone into town.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come across an area that's very similar to the one you saw on the first floor. This one, you see the tunnel's downward slope ends where it opens onto the center shaft again. A wooden walkway extends from this opening and then runs westward to another tunnel in the rock. In front of you, a large bucket, like the one you saw earlier, dangles from a taut rope that stretches southward across the shaft and connected to another wooden platform 15 feet away. So, for those of you who can see the map, it is basically a tight rope with a bucket attached to it. And it looks like that is how you would get across the chasm.
I take a step forward onto the
CJ. It's okay. You can move Edmund. So Edmund goes across this causeway here, and you see a winged kobold standing there, arms crossed.
Back up.
Lurking in this dusty tunnel.
And I get behind
Rogal.
Yeah,
you can all move yourselves if you'd like. All right. So, in this dusty tunnel are 3 skittish kobolds. One of them carries a threadbare satchel and wears a fake pair of dragon wings made clearly of thin pieces of wood and tattered white cloth.
That's
The
hilarious.
kobold immediately
Try not to
raises
laugh.
its hands in surrender and saying in common, "We mean you no harm. Please don't hurt us."
Hey, well, that's good to hear. We also mean you no harm.
I am Trex. And who
I am
are you?
Rogal.
I say to him, I initially say to him in Draconic, but then I remember he doesn't speak Draconic anymore.
Right. He actually looks puzzled when you speak in Draconic, and then returns to what he was saying and focuses and says, I am the leader of these kobolds here.
And I am the leader of these musketeer.
Do I have to take a deception check?
I shake my head and say, he's not.
Edmund rolls his eyes.
We are representatives from the village.
I try interrupt.
You're trying to get under Edmund's skin?
That's the general vibe. I'm trying to get under the skin of the vibe of the group. But no. It's more of like
I turn to Flair and I say, he could be a good hype man for the 3 of us.
That's true.
See, I give some form of approval to that.
How can we trust you?
I turn back more like a bouncer.
Well, what would it take for you to trust me?
The everlasting winter has made the wilderness unsafe for my kind.
I know.
Made the wilderness unsafe for all kinds. You are not unique in this tragedy.
Agreed. This preternatural cold dulls our wits. Please, we only want a place to stay so we can keep out of the horrible weather. We can work, and we won't cause trouble. Termalaine would be richer for having us. And he grunts.
I agree. I entirely agree.
Okay.
Why specifically Termalaine? There's 11 other towns you could choose. No, wait, 9 other towns you could choose.
I was
I
going to say,
can't
do you
do
know
math.
another town?
It's like there's
Well.
10 towns. So there's
We come here representing the village.
Wait, what was the village name?
Termalaine.
Sorry, what? Tammany?
Termalaine.
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 We come from Termalaine to negotiate for the mine. The town folk.
Aww. Sorry.
The town folk are getting restless. They depend on this mine for work.
This
And
is a
they're
lie,
allowed-
though. You are not representatives here to negotiate. You were here to clear out the mine, correct?
Oh,
Admittedly, yes, but I do
Oh,
not.
no. I'm sorry. I'm speaking as the dungeon master. I'm making sure you're lying here. Okay.
Technically,
Wait,
Rogal
yeah,
thinks that he's telling the truth.
yeah. It's more of like a bad faith sort of thing.
Rogal is interpreting the term "clear out" differently than others.
He's produced his own truth.
I'm kind of like, I'd rather not call myself a mercenary. Does that require just deception?
This is kind of like when A-Rod convinced himself that he didn't take steroids.
Yeah.
So Rogal convinced himself that he's not here to clear these people out by killing them.
Ask them how many there are of them. I'll ask them. So if you were to go to the town, how many would the town need to support? How many of you are here that require support? And can you pay your way in the town?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 7 of them.
7.
Mm-hmm.
7 is not too many.
So Trex,
come with us to the town. We will introduce you.
You would do that for us.
Yes.
Yes.
They would.
They have delicious food at the town.
Can I make a perception or maybe investigation on Trex? Just after knowing that he doesn't speak Draconic, I find that strange.
Well, wait, do you know that?
Yeah, they told him.
Yeah. The
Oh, but they
kobolds,
were talking Draconic when they told him.
the kobolds, mentioned that up at the where was it? Up top, the first floor.
If that was up top, then I don't think I was there for that conversation. So never
Okay,
mind.
I thought you all were, but either way.
I thought we all
Well,
were.
I'd like to take it if I could.
Yeah.
But what do you want to make? What are you trying to get out of this role?
I'm trying to notice, all the other kobolds, they all speak Draconic. It seems to be a common theme. I'm trying to see if I notice anything about Trex's appearance in particular that throws me off.
So I would say
Dragon wings.
insight here is probably the most accurate check to make.
Okay. 18.
You notice that something he happens to do all the time is touch at his satchel on his belt. His hand is always on top of it. He also kind of doesn't refer to himself when he talks about the kobolds. You notice at least once or twice he said that I am the leader of these kobolds. These kobolds need refuge, or something like that. So he's mentioned that a few times. That's probably something this insight check would pick up.
Is he a shapeshifter?
That's what I'm certainly wondering, but I can't do anything about that.
Oh, I can
What's
show
in
you.
the
Can
satchel?
I, as a bonus action... Oops, that's not what I wanted to click.
Yeah, let's go.
Sneak attack. No, let me see. Eye for detail. Make an intelligence investigation check to uncover or decipher clues.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You can do that.
Okay. I still have guidance on it. I mean, guidance. That was a 3. Fantastic.
In total?
It was a 3 in total.
Wow. What was the check for? To notice small little
To
details
notice,
or clues?
uncover or decipher clues.
Yeah,
any-
unfortunately, with a 4 or a 3,
3.
it's not going to really help you right there.
Is he significantly larger than the other kobolds?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask him, what's in your satchel? What's in your satchel, Drex, that you guard so cautiously?
Well,
Yeah,
you
well, you
probably
have
wouldn't
no
have known
idea.
that. You probably wouldn't have noticed that.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep quiet for now.
Well, how did you come across these kobolds?
He kind of straightens up and says, I am a kobold. I was a part of this. I am a part of this clan.
Are there any more monsters other than the growl we just killed in this mine?
There have been some monsters. They come from the Underdark.
That's not good.
That's where that leads to. He points to the chasm below.
So you are seeking refuge in the town. Termalaine.
They're not seeking... Oh, sorry, yes. They would like to stay there, yes. Correct. Yeah, that's what he got.
We know some of the town...
Wait, who's the half-orc?
Oris Mastu,
Oris.
he's the town
Oris.
speaker.
We know the town speaker, and we're pretty sure we can arrange some level of living quarters for you.
That would be acceptable. We have your word. You will not
You have
double-cross
my
us.
My word as a paladin.
Yes. Okay. Zerk, Vat, we're headed out. And the two kobolds behind him, they look at each other and they're like, yeah! We get to eat!
I hand Trex my last day of rations.
Okay. He takes them, but feeds it to Zerk and Vat. Doesn't take it for himself.
Nice.
He thanks you, though. Yeah, so they're going to pack up some things and get ready to go. They need just a few minutes.
All right. As they're packing, I will kind of relay to the group that I noticed the way he spoke was he was not necessarily referring to himself specifically as a kobold during the beginning of his speech towards us, and that there's something going on with the satchel that he keeps his hand on.
I imagine you say this quietly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And while they're busy packing up their stuff.
Yeah. They hop across here and go into this little cave, and it seems like they're gathering a few things. You hear some noises from here when they're gathering. All right. There's also this one little cave here, and the area they were in has more gem deposits.
I'd like to I don't know if everyone else already went. I was quickly checking out the area just to see if there was anything in this little corridor here.
Thing further down where they were.
So you're gonna make a perception check, or are you going to investigate? What are you just casually looking?
I would say I'm casually looking to see if there's...
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think I might be checking a little more in depth just
Okay.
because
you can give me a perception check. And I know
I find
CJ...
something suspicious about Trex in particular.
Okay. You can give me perception checks. I know CJ, you'd probably be doing something similar, looking for clues.
Baby.
What? That was that was your 20. Mine came up as a 1.
Ooh. So Flair rolled a 20 and Edmund rolled a 1. You don't see anything in this area, Edmund, other than the more gem deposits that, again, look like they need about an hour of mining work to get out. But Flair, you're kind of perusing this area, and you feel like you saw a flash, maybe even it's a glow, come from this little tiny cavern in the south wall that's across the chasm.
Okay. Are the kobolds within listening sight, or not sight, listening range?
Range? Yeah, probably.
Are they within whispering range?
No.
All right. I'm just gonna whisper to Edmund. I think I saw something over there. I'm gonna go check it out. So
Very careful, friend.
Okay.
Didn't we go across that tightrope before?
There's a bucket that you can pull back and forth, so you can pull that bucket and go across if you'd like.
Okay. I would like to.
Okay. So, in this area here, you see more gem deposits, as are obvious from the map. But the flashing must have come from this. You see a fossilized skull that is partially jutting out of the east wall of the small cave. 5 feet off the ground. The skull has a larger than normal eye sockets. And there's a curious ridge between the eyes. Nothing that would pass for a nose, and 4 small holes where one would expect to see teeth. Okay? I'll just recap it again. The skull has wider than normal eye sockets, a ridge between the eyes, no nose, and 4 holes where you would expect teeth to be.
How many tentacles did that creature have?
The Grell?
Yeah.
Many. Maybe a dozen or so.
Okay.
Is it just like loose sitting there, or is it like embedded in something?
It's half sticking out of the wall. The rest of it is lodged into the wall. But you haven't done anything other than look at it.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Sure. Yes, this would emanate. Yes, this would Detect Magic would pick this up. This does seem to be magic emanating from within the skull.
What school of magic do you have?
Sorry, I just realized I don't have Detect Magic prepared.
Oh, wonderful!
I do have Identify prepared.
I'll just switch it out and we'll call it.
Okay.
I'd like to kind of look over at the party and.
What do you do?
I'm not saying anything because they can see me across the way, right?
Yeah, but describe what you are doing.
I'm waving them over.
Okay. All right, group. You can move over if you'd like.
I will move over.
I will move over. I will inspect this.
I want to yank it and try and yank it out of the wall.
Oh boy.
I
Okay.
would like to make a clue check.
Go ahead. The clue check.
Clue check. Insight. Maybe this one will work. Nope. I am
You are
terrible
the
at insight right
worst insightful
now. I am the
inquisitive
worst
ever.
Insightful inquisitive ever.
But I will say this, just by inspecting it a little closer, even though you don't, there's no clues you discern from it. Looking through like the eye sockets, you notice that there is a crystal, like a pink purplish crystal inside.
Can I pull out that little gem that the Dwargar held to my throat and kind of
Sure.
hold it closer to the skull thing?
Yeah, you can hold
There's
the
any sort of
Chardolin.
reaction between the crystal shard and that.
No reaction,
No
no.
reaction.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Put it back.
Andrew, you said you wanted to take the skull out?
Yeah.
Give me a strength check. Or athletics.
$17.
Okay, you basically break the skull, and the crystal that's inside falls out. Again, it's a pink, bright pink or light purplish color,
Mhm.
and yeah, it comes out as the skull crumbles under your pressure.
I'm gonna pick it up and inspect it.
Okay. You
Does it-
can inspect it, but other than maybe like when you hold it, when you finally grab it, you kind of hear like that sound we've been saying we can hear in our headphones tonight?
Yeah.
That like
Mhm.
humming or whistling sound?
Mhm.
You maybe hear that when you pick it up.
Does it look cut in any way, or does it look like a rough gem?
Very rough.
Okay.
Yeah, very rough.
So it's not been like worked.
No, has not been worked. Looks
any-
naturally
okay.
formed.
Naturally formed. Okay. Interesting. It's quite a nice trinket you've gotten there, Elias. Be
You
careful
here?
with it.
Would you like to inspect it? I'll pass it to you.
I think you should keep hold of that. I've found my trinket for the day.
Okay.
I'll hold on to it.
Well-
Are you going to give it to Flair?
Would you like to inspect it, Fladrian?
I
Is there-
pick up the skull. Wait, like how
Is there-
broken is the skull?
It's in a bunch of pieces, but you could pick them up.
Is there anything strange about it?
When you hold it, you hear that dull humming sound.
Okay.
But that's it.
I was asking Elias because he technically hasn't given it to me yet.
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
All right. I am gonna cast Identify It on it.
How long does it take?
Well, if I'm using a spell slot, it takes no time. Well, actually, that's false. It takes a minute.
Okay. I'll let the minute go by. However, the Identify will not come up with a spell. There's no way to determine what this is or does. All you know from the Identify is that it requires you to attune to it.
Okay.
But it's
So,
magic.
yeah, 'cause
its magic is actually sort of almost you feel like is not allowing the Identify spell to work.
Okay. Yes, because it does say if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, but it's blocking that. So I just know that it's magic, and you have to attune to it.
Correct.
Do you like to attune to this, Fladrian? Do you have an interest in this pink thing?
Did you hear this? Did you hear that sound when you were holding it?
I did. It seems like there is some essence imbued within it.
Some essence or perhaps something ominous?
Perchance?
Perhaps we can check it out further once we get back.
Yeah.
Okay, I should keep a hold of it.
Trex will interrupt you and say that they are ready to leave.
All right.
Alright, let's go.
All right.
Please lead the way.
Should we pick
They
up
will.
your other kobold friends on the way out?
Yeah, you'll get them all. So I'm going to move us back to the Termalaine map.
Yes, please. Fantastic. bring the invading force to Termalaine. They will welcome us
They will
happily.
give us our gold.
Our
Okay.
army of kobolds behind us.
Yes, that might encourage them to give us the gold.
Yes. Give us 50 gold while you have to now support 7 new kobolds in your town.
Hey, they wanted us to clear out the mine, and we did.
So you head back to Termalaine, and you head to the Blue Clam, which is where you left Oris. Only maybe 2 hours have passed. The gem mine is not far, and it took you probably just the course of our session to clear out the mine.
We cleared
So-
it out. We cleared it. It's clear. Like,
Killed the Grell.
like, what do they want?
That's true.
You don't have to murder anybody.
It is true. He didn't say, I need you to murder everybody in the mine. Clear it out. So Oris is there at the Blue Clam still. He looks like he's conducting meetings. Like people are coming up to him, having conversations, and then when they see you, he kind of motions them to leave, and he wants to speak with you. As you walk through town, though, with the kobolds, everyone eyed you. All right, so all the miners, they were completely puzzled as to what you were doing with these kobolds, but nobody wanted to mess with you because they heard about what happened at the bar. So,
Hell yeah.
Hey, Flair, what kind of instrument do you play?
Well, I currently don't have an instrument, but I play a lute.
Damn. That would have been sick.
he could be singing.
You had a
Yeah, sing.
been-
Sing for us.
Can you whistle a jaunty tune and make the kobolds march behind you like they're enchanted by your tune?
I am worried about what whistling will sound like through this microphone.
Well, you don't need to whistle. Just
Flair
Flair
needs to
needs to
whistle.
whistle.
All right, I'm like, sure, yeah.
As we march through
I'm
the
whistling.
town, as the
Was that suggested by you?
Yeah.
I approach Horace.
oh, there's your whistling.
Police going by. So, yeah, you approach Oris, and he stands up to greet you, but then notices you've got these 7 little companions following you.
I should say.
I was gonna say, and he kind of readies his hand towards his club.
I raise like a hand and be like stay. Like it's all like there's no need to be worried. Like these are our friends.
The kobolds were small and afraid.
They're his friends.
They were
They're
looking for shelter in the town. They will work.
Yes, these kobolds desire to live in this town and help it thrive.
There must be redemption for everyone, a new dawn, a new light.
Exactly.
Well, the half-orc kind of lowers his guard. You did clear the mine, I take it.
We did. We even killed a grell.
There was a monster in the cave.
There was
Yes.
It was a growl. He is not speaking falsehoods.
Well, if you would allow me, I should inspect the mine myself to make sure.
But there is a matter of payment.
Yes, once I conduct the investigation, then you will receive your payment.
How long will such an investigation take?
I could probably get to it tomorrow.
We require the gold now.
And he looks around the room full of people at the Blue Clam. And he says, he whispers to you, "Not now. I must inspect the mine before giving you any of the town's gold."
I whisper back. Perhaps more than the gold you promised, because we
Ooh.
saw a lot of gemstones in there.
Wow. So then, do you agree? I check the mine first?
We agree. But just in case, would you like us to come with you?
I can handle this.
At the very least, we require 25 gold for our troubles.
Well, perhaps we could have free accommodation and food for the day it takes to check the mine. Then we can be on our way.
That would be fair. He agrees to that. And then once I check the mine tomorrow, and it's clear of all creatures, the miners can get back to work. And he says that loud enough so everybody can hear in the tavern. And the miners are really taking an interest right now. They're listening in on this conversation. Then all will return to normal. What will you do with these kobolds?
We're gonna leave him here for you to deal with.
They can work hard.
Kobolds desire to aid the town.
All they look for is a place of shelter. Perhaps they could even work, as they mentioned.
I think they're also looking for some food.
Yes, Trex is not really concerned with the food, but all the other kobolds are like licking their chops, looking at all the people eating.
And no, I'm not going to be nice to the kobolds. Never mind.
Dude.
I was about to be really nice to the kobolds, but no, I'm not going to do it.
Well, you should do it. It's a part of your character arc. You started out curmudgeon-y, then you got to know them.
And now I'm still curmudgeon-y and I don't like kobolds.
Well, the Trex will speak up and say, "I am Trex, the leader of these kobolds, and they require work. We can do anything for you in the town. We could be miners if you need us to be.
It's small enough.
We could work in stables. They'll work anywhere.
They can defend the town.
A couple people shudder at the thought of kobolds defending them, but the speaker calms down, puts his hand up, and says to everybody, relax. We will find some labor for the kobolds. For now, let's get them fed, and we'll discuss. Trex it is, and Trex nods. We'll discuss terms and how you can better the village of Termalaine. And I will get to your mine in the morning. And he kind of winks at you, trying to hide his deception from the rest of the patrons in the Blue Clam.
Okay, great.
This is a glorious day. No bloodshed needed to be shed or spilled.
No blood needed to be shed or spilled, yep. All right, so the clan members all go...
Except that Grell's blood. Oh man, did we get that Grell's
aberrations.
blood?
Aberrations don't count.
All over the place. It's still on Rogal. Some
Yeah.
of it. There's like bits
All
of
the
brain.
brain.
There's like no bloodshed.
No blood.
Brain and Grell stuck on him.
My axe is like dripping.
He's covered like head to toe in blood. He's the one that said no bloodshed.
He's like, trust me, we cleared the mine.
Oh my god. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know if everyone's like just chilling at this point, but I would like to at some point just go up next to Edmund and say, I really want to know what's in that satchel. If you could use some of your skills to maybe check it out, I'd be sure to assist you in any way that I could.
I mean, if you can cause some sort of distraction, get his attention, keep his gaze away from what it is that he's protecting.
I hear the whisper, and I get onto one of the chairs, and I start to sing a song in praise of Lathander.
Okay.
I completely join in.
And I put a cloth out, and I say, any payments will be used for the benefit of Lathander and to serve the people, to thank us for the mine clearance. And I gesture at the common people, and I continue singing.
I pat Edmund on the back, and I give him bardic inspiration.
Nice. And Flair, do you join in, obviously, in the song?
I definitely do. I have no idea what he's singing, but
you're harmonizing.
After every phrase that he sings, I just go, so he's like, morning is broken. Morning is broken.
Like the first morning.
Like the first morning that I met you, girl.
Is this at all distracting the kobold, or is the kobold just like...
The kobolds are eating right now. They're like taking food off of people's tables. And but it is distracting Trex.
It is distracting Trex.
That's what matters. So CJ, give me a
try and
pickpocket.
Pickpocket, get into this satchel of Trex's and see what I can pull out.
Go for it.
Sleight of hand with it's 13.
13. That's close.
Let's see what his...
Okay, he does not notice you. Nope.
Okay. So I reach in to the satchel and try and like get my hand in there and feel around for what he's reaching for or what he's kind of protecting and try and...
You wait for a moment where his hand kind of like raises up to like fix his shoulder, or raises it up to like motion to a kobold to stop doing something, and you sneak in very very quietly You open up the satchel and grab the first thing that's inside. Is a piece of moss.
It's a piece of moss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I look at this piece of moss, and my immediate thought is that this is some sort of component pouch, then, and that he is possibly some sort of magic user. Can I make a insight check or some kind of check on this moss to determine like if it's like the kind that would be used in magic spells or that kind of thing?
Sure.
That's very clever, CJ.
What?
I'd say insight.
Insight?
Or Arcana.
Insight or Arcana. Arcana is better. Oh, I'm not with the +2, but it's a 10.
A 10. You know, it could be, but without really seeing what the rest of the contents are, it would be hard to determine if this is like for a spell. It does look like it was gathered lately.
Okay, recently gathered moss, but the cave didn't really have moss growing anywhere.
No, it did not.
Did not. So where he would gather this kind of moss would definitely have been for all clues that we have, he would have had to have gathered it from the Underdark.
Yes. Or out in the tundra, perhaps shrubbery.
In the tundra, perhaps. But I'd be curious to know where moss is growing in the tundra.
Well, there is a forest. Termalaine is.
Oh, there is
between
the forest. Yeah. The lonely forest.
Yep.
The lonely wood.
Mm-hmm.
Could he be a druid?
Could be. Druids, I think, could use component pouches. It's like druids, rangers, and wizards.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that this is
a component pouch of sorts.
A component pouch of sorts.
Okay.
He's keeping that. That's my initial thought, and I don't want to test my luck and try and grab anything else out of his pouch.
Sure.
But I do go to when my companions are when they have a moment break in the harmony. I too will stand up and try and follow along the harmony as the Three Musketeer barbershop trio performs.
Give me a performance check, starting with Andrew, because you kicked this off. You will get advantage from the help from Stefano and CJ, and depending on whether you get high enough, you'll get some gold here.
11.
You gain 9 silver pieces from the performance.
I thank them profusively.
That's like $90.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's decent. Everyone's happy they got their jobs back potentially. So
hey.
Yeah.
I go up to Trex and oh wait, sorry. Do we have time? Like, are we?
Well, we could ask one more question. I do think we could probably leave it soon.
Yeah.
So.
I just basically want to go up to Trex and be like,
I'm just very curious. Why do you wear those wings?
It is a symbol. The kobolds follow me because of these wings.
Typical kobolds.
Winged kobolds are higher status.
And just one last thing. You talk very well. May I ask how you learned?
I picked up on things. Here and there.
Interesting. Take care, Trex.
You too, Rogal.
and I walk away.
Okay. All right. Without a doubt, based on your conversation, your probing questions, there's something is amiss, right? He is not totally truthful. You cannot tell exactly what yet, but pieces don't add up. We are going to stop it here because it is 10:47 on the East Coast. You are planning on headed to the cabin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. Oris, after the entire clam kind of crowd dies down, he pays you the 50 gold. And he says, listen, I trust you. You wouldn't have brought kobolds back here. They wouldn't have agreed to come if you left some of them there. I'm sure it's, he thanks you for your work. But he admits that he's having some trouble in the town and that a good word to the people about him would really help. Right? So with that, he gives you the gold and he lets you on your way.
So there was no possibility of more gold.
Oh, yeah. What did you wanted more gold?
Well, I kind of whispered to him when
How
he
much
was
did you
trying
want?
to calm us down.
How much did you want? When you finally meet and you tell him we need more gold, how much do you request?
I'm probably gonna request double.
He'll pay you double.
All right.
All right.
I
He'll pay you
give
double.
like 10 gold to the kobolds.
I
Really?
do
Right.
not offer you any of the gold
Yeah.
to give to the kobolds.
Well,
100 is
I thought
100 is 25 each, so you can be
I
left with
thought-
15.
I thought Rogal took an oath of poverty because when we met him, he did not
Well,
want
I am not taking over poverty.
he did not want any reward for finding the murderer. He was like, just clear my name and that's all I request.
So
Like
it's
we
30
took him out for dinner and he didn't like have any money to pay and he was just like he just didn't really want money, it
No.
seemed.
The kobolds
Why, I
100.
like when we split this, we each get 25 gold. I'm assuming.
The kobolds 100% get no gold.
Well, I can do with my gold with whatever the hell I did goddamn want, and I give
I don't-
none of my gold to the
I-
gold.
I don't offer you any.
Wait, well, you don't like. That's not how this works. He paid us.
He handed the gold to Fladrian.
Who did he hand the gold to?
Apparently Fladrian, because he's the one divvying it out.
I give Elias 50, and I give Edmund 25.
I like.
Thank you, Fladrian. This will pay back your debt for your rapier and other equipment.
I pick up Fladrian. I go. You're not playing this game.
I
I give him the 9 silver we earned for singing.
Well, no, I've got the 9 silver in my case. I'm not giving it to him. That's for holy charitable work.
that's totally charitable money. You're stealing from the church.
Kind of-
I want to
exactly.
make a strength check to flip Fladrian upside down and shake him.
Remember, CJ. Andrew is the church. Okay. All right. When he's talking about donations to Lathander, how better to help Lathander than to help him?
To help me.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, Stefano, are you going to, without a doubt, withhold the money, or are you going to, after a while, give it to Rogal?
When we get away from the kobolds,
I
far
would-
enough that he can't give the money to the
That's
kobolds.
whoa. I make it a point to demand for my money.
I give him 12.
I
Because-
demand the full 25.
He doesn't know that I got double.
That's not true. I was there
yeah.
in the room when he was whispering
Yeah.
to you. I was
he would
there
know.
for both conversations.
And-
I demand 25.
I'd point out to Rogal that he has been supported. He's been a complete pauper the entire time and has been supported by our charity the whole time. And mainly, I note
You were
my
not there for
charity.
that. You was a different person.
I do
The
that
gossip
then.
has got around.
I do that then.
Well,
I remind Rogal that he owes us for clearing
Gear.
his name.
And I take
Now-
12, and I give 10 of it to the kobolds.
fair enough. So, Joey, you have 2 gold pieces extra, and you gave each of the kobolds a gold piece or gold piece and change. And you have 2 more in total. The rest of the group can split the, 88 left? Okay.
Okay.
I just want to
well, I get
remind
50.
everybody, remember, you are a party that works together here,
That's true.
okay? And
That is why I did not want to lose 10 gold. when
Well-
we have no gold.
You
Oh.
also remember, although you did have Rogal leave you, he also did redeem himself quite a bit and save you from the Dwergar Outpost.
Well, how about this, party? I could be the treasurer and maintain all the gold and use it to everyone's benefit. As a cleric,
And-
you trust me to do that in a
I'm not sure I
favorable
want to
manner.
give all my gold to the church.
That's probably sensible.
I'm
I will,
going.
I can
I'm
pay
going
a small
to-
tithe to the church, but
Here's the thing. I'm going to, without a doubt, give Elias 50.
You are actively stealing from me, though. Like, just laying it out. Like,
Well-
I think this requires a huge realignment.
we're protecting your character from doing something foolish.
You guys would not know what my character would do with his payout. You
That's
don't.
true.
So, like, you're not reading my mind.
That
and
is
then
true.
That is
withholding
true.
gold from me.
That is fair.
Like,
That's
As far as I'm concerned, you have no idea that I whispered to Oris.
wait, that's
How
not
about somewhere?
I was next to the man as you were whispering to
I,
me.
I will say the private conversation that everyone had with Oris when he paid you after the clam crowd died down would have been the four of you and Oris. So it wouldn't have been your whispering in the beginning would have been secret, perhaps.
No.
But, let's also not get carried away with some metagaming stuff. So, I think, personally, it would be fair to split the gold evenly, but if there's good reason in-game and Rogal would probably
They're
even
clearly
agree.
not.
The only reason I think you would agree to take less would be because you did bum off all the other people for the first couple of sessions.
That is the only reason why
Yeah.
I would take less. But are they
That's the
actually
only-
bringing that up? Like,
that's the
That I
reason
don't
why
know.
I would suggest we don't need to give you any money because you being the poor one was like your thing.
It's in your character.
Also,
Wait,
we are poor, and you're wasting it.
again, like that's not.
Okay.
In the comments
so-
below, leave if you think Rogal was being foolish with his money. Tell us if you think that he was doing the right thing.
It's virtual fake money.
Is virtual fake money? Then do it. All right, everybody. I think we're going to stop it here. This fight will continue behind the scenes.
Don't forget to leave a comment below with the word.
Tasha's.
What?
Tasha's.
Tasha's.
In the comment so that we know that you stayed to the end or you fast forwarded to the end to find out what the password was so you can get entered in the
Actually,
contest.
We should make the quote something more related to this.
If we should.
Hashtag Team Fladrian or hashtag Team Rogal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rogal's gonna know.
Trex
Well-
the kobold in the comment. We gotta
Yes.
pick one though. You can't
Let's-
keep different ones.
Let's say the code will be Grell. Text Grell.
Growl.
Although I might just change all these rules from now until Saturday and just say I'm gonna pick names out of a hat. I'm gonna literally
Yeah,
have a
so-
hat here.
Oh, you got a hat.
Santa hat. All right, we're gonna leave it here. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, follow us on Twitch. If you love to hear more of Stefano and Joey argue about gold, then you can subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever a new argument comes up. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the tabletop. Have a good night.